So we're coming up to the Tarcoles Bridge. I don't know how far it is, but they're doing, it's not too far, they're doing construction work, and traffic can back up on either side of the bridge because they've blocked it down to one lane, and they can back it up for like 2 kilometers. So on the motorcycle we go by everybody. We were coming back from one of our excursions, and this line here heading north from the bridge was 2 kilometers back. So it's hit and miss whether you catch it and you gotta wait 2 kilometers and hopefully you get through on the first pass, because if you don't, you're gonna wait here 45 minutes or more. And we'll just keep filming, let's see how long it is. I should have zeroed it. And we gotta remember, it's only 7 in the morning, so traffic is probably just starting to hit a rush hour, if you will. But this is the major highway that runs on the south end of Costa Rica, the north end, Canada, all the way through. That's probably the front, if there's bikes up there, yeah. So we're coming up to the front. Hopefully it's not too long to wait. We shall see. So personally I find they leave, or they let through, like half an hour of traffic, not that much, 15-20 minutes of traffic every time. So even though we're at the front, it could be like a 20-minute wait. And I don't know how long this, I gotta check on the internet, see how long the Tarcoles Bridge will be out for. So apparently they're gonna do work on the bridge up until like June of 2026. The first phase is this alternating lanes, and the second phase, I think it'll be both sides open, but that's not supposed to start till November. But with construction, I'll bet you it won't be until December. And here it says they're going to be working on it till March. Of 2026. So if you're coming to Costa Rica and you are going from, well, anywhere south of the Tarcoles Bridge, plan on being delayed unless you take Highway 239, which is the old route that runs through the mountains. And if you're going to do that, you better have a 4x4 or a motorcycle. And don't do it when it's pouring rain, because roads wash out. So we just passed the bridge. I only had to wait like 5 minutes. And here's the lineup heading southbound. You gotta remember, they just let vehicles through, so these guys missed that exchange. there's the end of it, I guess. But you got to remember, it's still early in the morning, and they just let the traffic through. So it'll be another 20 minutes at least before they let this side go. So it's going to stack up. Just something to think about. And all the motorcycles get to go first. All right, so this is the footage heading southbound towards the Tarcoles Bridge. And I just wanted to point out that at different times of the day, this lineup is going to be much, much bigger. I know people who have waited 45 minutes to an hour just sitting in a lineup. It all depends on the amount of traffic, the time of day, all sorts of different variables. So if you're planning on passing through the Tarcoles Bridge, in other words, if you're in the north end and you have to go to the south end of the country or vice versa, do a little bit of planning, because you're definitely going to be held up, most likely, unless you're on a motorcycle. And that can range anywhere from 5 minutes to an hour. When I was coming back from Santa Teresa, I got lucky. Literally was southbound and came up the Tarcoles Bridge, and they must have let that southbound traffic go because I didn't wait at all. And another time, I was bringing a friend to the San Jose airport, so we were northbound, and we got stuck in the traffic. And we were driving a Ford Explorer, and we literally waited for at least 45 minutes. I mean, they let the traffic go at one point, and then we didn't make it through, and they stopped us again, and we had to wait for another 20 minutes, half an hour. So you really got to plan ahead. If your plans include something that is time sensitive, like flights out of San Jose or Liberia, I personally wouldn't chance it, trying to go the day before and then think about the 2 or 3 hours you need to be at the airport prior to your flight, and then worry about the delay here. Because anything could happen. God forbid there was a minor accident on the bridge, and I could see the cars just sitting there until the police showed up, and nobody would move, and that would back it up even more. So I personally wouldn't chance it. If you can afford it, I would go the day before, grab a hotel or an Airbnb somewhere close to the airports, and the next day just head in without any risk. Now, the construction has been there for several months now, at least, and it's October right now, and from the information I received on the internet, they're looking at this single lane restriction at least into November, and I'll bet you it'll be longer than that. And then they'll continue work. I'm not sure how they're going to open up to 2 lanes, but they're going to continue work all the way into 2026, March or later. So depending on when you come down or what you're doing, maybe Google the Tarcoles Bridge construction, where they're at, whether it's down to 1 or 2 lanes. That could be really good information. So from here on out, this is just the ride as we pass southbound, and you can see the lineup of traffic. And again, I just was able to make it right through because I'm on a motorcycle, but you can get an idea. Sometimes a lot shorter than this, but sometimes a lot longer. But this is the wait. So whether you're visiting Costa Rica or you're living down here and you're traveling from the north end to the south end on the highway, hopefully this information helps out a little bit. If you liked the video, hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, enjoy the ride.